Good morning, Kay Holland at Old Town Books. Since I saw you last time, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks ago, I reviewed Valentine. Old Town Books has kept me steady with some reading. The book I want to visit with you about today is one that I just came in the front door and saw. It's called The Dutch House. So my last name is Holland, and I thought, oh, that'll be good. Well, it's not set in Holland. It's not set in the Netherlands. It's set in Elkins Park, New York, which is an upscale old neighborhood. And the reason it's called Dutch House is because the builders of the house were from Holland, were from the Netherlands. The book spans 50 years in the relationship of Maeve, the older daughter, and Danny, the younger brother, who's the narrator. Does a good job of narrating. So what I particularly like about this book is its use of motifs. Now I'm going to take you back to your junior year, senior year, maybe of high school, and remind you that motifs are any repeated element in literature that can hold the story together. For instance, in the Three Little Pigs, you have the huff and puff and huff and puff and huff and puff and blow your house down. So those hold the story together. You keep hearing them throughout the story. In the Three Little Bears, there's something too large, there's something too small, there's something just right, holds the story together. So the Dutch house itself is one of those elements that holds the story together of Maeve and Danny as they negotiate bizarre lives. And their lives are bizarre for one thing. Their families are wonky. Their family is wonky. As you know, I'm not going to tell you why their family is wonky. That's for you to figure out in the book. But the use of motifs is something that I really enjoyed. The house, I keep hearing about the house and their relationship to the house. In fact, way after they've moved out of the house, Maeve is kicked out of the house. Daddy says, I'm through with this. They meet and drive to the house and sit there and smoke and talk about their relationship to the house. They have this relationship that's morbidly fascinating to them, and they're intensely drawn to it. It's sort of an oxymoron. So another motif that holds the story together is the actual portrait of Maeve when she was 10 years old. This portrait hangs up alongside the old portraits of the original Dutch family who built this house, because when that family moved, they didn't take anything with them. They didn't take jewelry, they didn't take stuff out of the bathroom, they didn't take stuff out of the closet. And so when Maeve and Danny's family moved in there, they moved into a house that was actually already occupied. Now this isn't a Stephen King kind of deal, like at the hotel where there's red rum, written across the mirrors. But that house acts and reacts with these two characters. One reason I like to buy books is that I write in my books. And when I realized that motifs were going to be a part of this book, I made a list of the motifs. So in addition to the house and smoking and the portraits, there's a sense of loss that ebbs and flows through the book. There's a sense of change that ebbs and flows. There are some wonderful caregivers that are pictured in this book, and their caregiving ebbs and flows. There's also a great motif about light in the book. So back to the story of Danny and Maeve. When I was about, oh gosh, I wish I'd marked it for you. Maybe about that far into finishing the book, I realized that all of these great motifs are coming together. I wasn't ready for the book to begin to end, but the motifs coming together is something that was glorious about reading this book. Now, I will say that you're reading along, you're so enjoying it, all of a sudden you turn the page and you're going, whoa, I didn't expect that to happen. And then you think, oh, I had all kinds of clues that was going to happen. And so you get used to that event, and you're turning through, and all of a sudden oh my goodness, I didn't expect that to happen either. Yeah, I had clues. It's not like an O. Henry twisted ending. It's like everything is coming to fruition that you put your energy into in the book. The motifs, the excellent character development, the story of Maeve and Danny. As far as Maeve's concerned, I wanted to jump into the book and say, Maeve, give it a rest. I wanted to jump into the book and say, Danny, get over it. But, you know, characters are characters. And so you have this excellent character development in the book also. I really invite you to enjoy Dutch House for the motifs. You're welcome for the English lesson. The character development, the atmosphere of the house itself. Enjoy.